Welcome back to my episode reviews of the final chapter of the For Cybertron Trilogy, Kingdom. We're halfway through this last season, as today we're taking a look at episode 4. This episode begins with some animosity between the Autobots and Maximals. Aww, you're the good guys, you shouldn't be fighting. Meanwhile, Black Arachnia spins a web as she and Starscream talk about taking out Megatron. But I don't really get what the deal is with this web. Is it some kind of forge? Is she making a weapon for Starscream? It looks to be the same as his regular null rays. Maybe she's just dramatically telling him that he needs to take out Megatron if he wants his crown. Optimus goes to the Allspark self-made temple, where he encounters Alita. But it's not actually Alita, or Ultra Magnus for that matter, but is the Allspark speaking to him. Optimus Primal encounters the ghost of Dinobot. Okay Hasbro, this is another easy repaint for you. Not even a repaint. Just cast Kingdom Dinobot in transparent blue plastic and I'll buy it. Thanks to the golden disc, Megatron predicts Starscream's assassination attempt and steals his cloaking tech. It seems that the Allspark also mistakes Optimus Prime for Nemesis Prime. Really? You'd think that the Allspark would know better. I mean, not to reuse the same joke again.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black! What?
I am Optimus Prime, bearer of the Matrix.
Optimus.
Not Nemesis.
By the way, how confusing must it be for casual viewers watching this? We've got an Optimus Prime, an Optimus Primal, a Nemesis Prime, and if you were to go to the stores, there's also a Nemesis Primal. Which reminds me, I really need to go to Toys R Us after I finish this review and see if I can find that 4-pack. Optimus determines that the Allspark is basically sick from passing through the dead universe, much like how the Ark was. So he gets the antivirus from Rhinox and fixes the Allspark. Optimus Prime and Megatron face off inside the Allspark's temple, while outside the good guys and bad guys battle each other.
And how many Predacons have you slaughtered since we came here?
One too few.
Ah, okay, so it wasn't just Megatron, Dinobot, Black Arachnia, and Scorponok. There were presumably a lot more Predacons too. It's just that now they've dwindled down to what we see in the show. Aww. So does that mean that guys like Waspinator, Pterosaur, and Tarantulas are all dead? Aww.
If I were a disembodied spark, this would be a lot easier. Dinobot.
I'm not sure that's how that's supposed to work. Being possessed doesn't turn you into a ghost. It's kind of the opposite, isn't it? But I guess the writers needed a way to Kitty Pryde Optimus Primal into the Allspark Temple. Speaking of which, much like a temple in Zelda, there's a bit of a puzzle to this one, as Optimus Prime must forfeit the Matrix to Megatron, who then is lured into a trap by the Allspark, and Optimus Prime reclaims the Matrix and gains the Allspark at last. And that is the end of this episode. A bit of a short review, but hey, I gotta go hit up Toys R Us when I have the chance. But I like how this episode explores more of the spiritual side of the Transformers, which was also something that Beast Wars did. We see a little bit of how the Allspark and the Transformer Sparks have a symbiotic relationship. The Allspark creates sparks, and when those sparks extinguish, they then return to the Allspark and start the cycle anew. It's something that's been touched on in other fiction, but rarely discussed in the cartoons. By the way, is it just me, or does the Allspark hallway, I guess, that Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime find themselves in at the end, kind of remind you of the hallway with all the doors in it in the Matrix movies? I wonder which writer was responsible for that, if it is kind of a reference to the Matrix. So let me know what you thought of this 4th episode of Kingdom. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for my review of the next episode of the final chapter of the War for Cybertron Trilogy.